The part of Kenya where our churches are located are from Nairobi to the Kinserian Rift Valley, and it is there in a village named Narok where Bishop John Karia resides. It's about a 5-hour drive from the city of Nairobi all the way to the Kinserian Rift Valley, and on that drive you will find our churches located between Nairobi and the Kinserian Rift Valley. We have about 16 churches. We also have many churches that are awaiting my arrival to Kenya, and upon my arrival, they will become a part of the 47th Episcopal District, of which I am the bishop and overseer. Every dime that we send to the country of Kenya, Bishop John Karia makes sure that it is maximized so that he can show the pastors and also those who he served an example of good stewardship. When COVID hit Kenya several months ago, we immediately saw the need and sent monies to that country, and we placed that money in the hand of Bishop John Karia. I was very touched and humbled because upon receiving the monies, he called me and said, "Bishop, what would you have me to do with this money?" It was very humbling because it let me know and assured me this was a man of God that was concerned about the people and wanted them to be assured that they would be taken care of as best as they possibly could be. And so with those monies, we bought masks, we bought food, we bought other essentials for the women. After that money was spent on those items, they so graciously made up posters and sent them to us, thanking us for thinking about them and having them in our hearts. And this is what lets me know that Kenya is a place where God's will is being done, and we know that God is doing a great work there. One of the immediate needs that we are looking at is that the pastors need thermometers, because the Kenyan government has passed an order that in order for you to have service, you must be able to take the temperature of your members. And so far we've raised enough money for 10 thermometers, and we have 16 churches. These thermometers cost $100 a piece. One of the tribal chieftains was so moved by how the young pastors are being trained to sustain themselves and their congregations, based on the old proverb that says, if I give you a fish, you will always be hungry, but if I teach you to fish, you will never be hungry a day in your life. The tribal chief, Lamine, saw this in action, and he was so moved that he gave the 47th Episcopal District 5 acres of land in order to build a hospital and a school. Building the hospital and the schools is our long-term goals. However, there are short-term goals and needs that we are presently facing. For example, the flood a few months ago took away many of their homes, and their homes being destroyed are easily rebuilt. It's not like homes that are being destroyed by hurricanes that happen here in our country. But all they need is corrugated metal to put the roofs. They use the earth to build the bricks, the earth and the wood, to build the bricks and to build the walls. And those corrugated pieces of metal cost about $160 a piece. And so it's so important for us to know that while this may not be a lot of money to us, it means absolutely everything to them. To be able to live in a shelter that has a roof over their head and walls so that they can take care of their families. We also have 2 wells that have been dug. These 2 wells provide fresh water to the Kenyan people and to the children. So they no longer have to go down to the rivers and drink from the same waters that the animals drink from, and even endanger themselves with the wildlife there that dwells around the water. And so this is a great, great accomplishment. And not only that, but they are now being taught how to irrigate so that they can grow their own crops. And all of this comes from the donations of the people of God who have been so gracious to Bishop John Caria and the 47th Episcopal District. And we're not done. We still need to dig at least 2 more wells. These wells will not be placed in the metropolitan area of Nairobi, but in the Kensirian Rift Valley. This means that machinery has to be transported there, and so for a cost of $35,000 per well, we can provide more fresh water to these precious people of Kenya. So we desire your help. If the Lord has laid it upon your heart to help in the area of foreign missions, will you please consider the country of Kenya? Your donations can be sent to Kenya Support Fund, Post Office Box 2472, Indianapolis, Indiana 46206. Once again, that's Kenya Support Fund, Post Office Box 2472, Indianapolis, Indiana 46206. You can also Cash App us at $Mission for Kenya. That is $Mission for Kenya. And we will assure you that those monies that you send to us will be accounted for, and they will be given to help the great need that is over in the country of Kenya. This is Bishop Kevin Harrison, Bishop of the 47th Episcopal District of the Pentecostal Assemblies of the World, letting you know that we are God's servants and we serve God's people with the heart of God.